It's time for Monty Python and the Tower of Joy. The some say inevitable collision of the comedy legends that are the Pythons and the epic glory that is George R.R. Martin's A Song of Ice and Fire. Starring Michael Palin as Martin Cassell, Fred Truman as Theo Wool, Jeffrey Boycott as Ethan Glover, Darren Goff as Mark Risewell, Terry Jones as Howland Reed, Michael Vaughan as Lord Dustin, Graham Chapman as Lord Eddard Stark, John Cleese as Guard 1, Eric Idle as Guard 2, Sir Winston Churchill as Sir Gerald Hightower, Michael Caine as Sir Oswell Went, Prince Charles as Sir Arthur Dane, Terry Gilliam as Leander Stock, and Jed Whiteheart is your narrator. So sit back, relax, and enjoy Monty Python and the Tower of Joy.
He dreamt an old dream of 3 knights in white cloaks and a tower long fallen, and Liana in a bed of blood. Only this time the dream was slightly different and a lot sillier. In the dream, his northern friends rode with him as they had in life. Proud Martin Cassell, Jory's father. Enid, look at tower on t' horizon, nice and tall and straight. Never had towers like that when I were a lad. We used to live in an old pile of stones, after washing freezing water off white knife, spend 14 hours a day guarding sheep from dire wolves, come home to a supper of gristly goat ghoulies, and our dad would whip us with a riding crop, if we were lucky. Faithful Theo Wool. You were lucky. We used to live in an old cave open on 3 sides, wash in a puddle of bear's piss, work 16 hours a day chopping timber in Wolfswood with our bare hands, come home to a supper of rancid squirrel stew, and our dad would break our toes with a stone maul, if we were lucky. Ethan Glover, who had been Brandon Squire. Bloody luck, Curry. We used to live in bottomless sinkhole, washing wet mud, spend 18 hours a day collecting stones from Stony Shore to try and fill into bottomless sinkhole, and come home to a supper of pickled ravens droppings, and our dad would cut our balls off with a rusty dagger, if we were lucky. Sir Mark Risewell, soft of speech and gentle of heart. You were lucky. We used to live in the bottom of Long Lake, washing cold fish vomit, work 20 hours a day pearl diving stark naked in lake, come home to a supper of empty shellfish, and our dad used to drown us in a pot of night soil, if we were lucky. The Crannog man, Howland Reed.
Oh, you had it easy. We used to live in an abandoned lizard lion nest, washing poisoned frog saliva, work 22 hours a day knitting reeds together, come home to a summer of stewed newt's eyes, and our dad would stab us in the kidneys with a frog spear, if we were lucky.
Lord Dustin on his great red coconut shells. Right. We used to live in 2 saplings tied together at the top with a bit of string. Wash ourselves with a dead-head jug. Spend 24 hours a day smashing rocks in quarry before sticking them back together with spit. Come home to a supper of rocks stuck together with spit, and our dad would launch us over the wall with a trebuchet, if we were lucky. And you tried to tell that to the children of the forest today, and they won't believe you. Ned had known their faces as well as he knew his own once, but the years leech at a man's memories, even those he has vowed never to forget. In the dream, they were only shadows, grey wraiths on horses made of mist. Here, Ned, look at that guard at top of the tower with a silly round helmet on.
At least he's wearing a helmet.
Hello? Hello? Who is it? Hello up there. I am Lord Stark of Winterfell. Whose castle is this?
This is the castle of Roger Taharian.
Ah. We are on a quest to find the she-wolf of Winterfell. Would you like to join us?
I don't think so. He's already got one. I told him he's already got one.
Are you sure he's already got one?
Yes, she's very nice.
She happens to be my sister.
Oh, let me talk to him. Okay, you talk to him.
Here, Lord Thing. Your sister. Yes? Your sister, is she a bit of a goer? Know what I mean? Nudge, nudge, wink, wink, saying them all. I beg your pardon? Your sister, does she go? Know what I mean? Nudge, nudge, wink, wink, and nods as good as a wink to a blind raven. Saying them all, say no more. What are you on about? Yeah, your sister, does she like dragons, does she? Does she like dragons? Fly every breath, 3 heads, livery wings, know what I mean? Nudge, nudge, wink, wink, say no more, say no more. Say no bleeding more, squire. Well, I bet she does. I bet she does. Say no more, nudge, nudge, wink, wink, say no more, say no bleeding more. Now, that's enough of that. Now, if he's already got one, can I come in and see her?
Of course not. You are all northern types.
Well, what are you then?
I am Dornish. Why do you think I speak with this outrageous accent, you silly lord?
If you don't let us in, we shall have to take it by force.
You don't frighten us, you northern pig dogs. Go and pull your buttons, you son of a city person. I blow my nose at you, you so-called Winterfell lord. You and all your silly northern kniggets.
Hey, hang on. We don't have knights in north. All that poncy vowing, kneeling and anointing. Soft southern pansies.
I don't want to talk to you no more, you empty-headed animal food trough whappers. I fart in your general direction. Your mother was a grumpkin and your father smelled of sour leaf.
Is there anyone else we can talk to? The 3 white kniggets around the front of the tower, you stupid northern person. They were 7 facing 3, in the dream as it had been in life. Yet these were no ordinary 3. They waited before the round tower, the red mountains of dawn at their backs, their white cloaks blowing in the wind. And these were no shadows, their faces burned clear even now. Sir Arthur Dane, the Sword of the Morning, had a sad smile on his lips. The hilt of the great sword Dawn poked up over his right shoulder. Sir Oswell Went was on one knee, sharpening his blade with a whetstone. Across his white enamelled helm, the black bat of his house spread its wings. Between them stood fierce old Sir Gerald Hightower, the White Bull, Lord Commander of the King's Guard. Ah, there you are. I looked for you on the Trident. We were not there. A woe to the usurper if we had been.
He's not the usurper. He's a very naughty boy.
When King's Landing fell, Sir Jamie slew your king with a golden sword, and I wondered where you were. Far away, or Ares would yet sit the Iron Throne, and our false brother would burn in 7 hells. Ares? Ares Targaryen? Don't talk to me about Ares Targaryen. What have the Targaryens ever done for us? Oh well, they united the 7 kingdoms. Aye, well, apart from uniting the 7 kingdoms, they created King's Landing. Aye, granted they created King's Landing and united the 7 kingdoms, but apart from that, what have the Targaryens ever done for us? They built the King's Road. Oh, yeah, aye, well the King's Road goes without saying. And made it safe to travel. Aye, well, apart from uniting the 7 kingdoms, creating King's Landing, building the King's Road and making it safe to travel, what have the Targaryens ever done for us? They brought in a unified system of law and order. Okay, apart from creating King's Landing, uniting the 7 kingdoms, building the King's Road, making it safe to travel the length and breadth of Westeros, and bringing in unified law and order, what have the Targaryens ever done for us? Now that's enough of that, Dustin. We didn't come all this way just for an argument. Yes, you did. No, we didn't. Yes, you did. No, we didn't. Yes, you did. No, we didn't. And anyway, this isn't an argument. This is just a contradiction. No, it isn't. Yes, it is. No, it isn't. Yes, it is. No, it isn't. Yes, it is. Now stop it. You started it. No, I didn't. Yes, you did. No, I didn't. Yes, you did. No, I didn't. And I was about to say, when I came down on Storm's End to lift the siege, and the Lords Tyrell and Redwine dipped their banners, and all their kniggets, all their knights bent the knee to pledge us fealty, I was certain you would be among them. Our knees do not bend easily. Your what do not bend easily? Our knees. Your what? Knees. Your what? He said knees. I beg your pardon. He said knees. 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 What did you say, Sir Arthur? Knees. 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 I thought that was a nice collection of shrubberies over there. Now, Sir Willem Darry has fled to Dragonstone with your Queen and Prince Viserys. I thought you might have sailed with him. He took a ship and he did flee with queen and prince across the sea. Brave, brave Sir Willem. Sir Willem is a good man and true, but not of the king's guard. The king's guard does not flee. Then or now. We swore a vow. Ned's wraiths moved up beside him with shadow swords in hand. They were 7 against 3. And now it begins. Sir Arthur Dane, the sword of the morning, unsheathed Dawn and held it with both hands. The blade was pale as milk glass, alive with light. Now, for something completely different. As they came together in a rush of steel and shadow, he could hear Lyanna screaming.
Willis, Wiggle!
A storm of rose petals blew across a blood-streaked sky, as blue as the eyes of death, and the tower was flattened by a giant foot from the sky. Reed. Howland Reed, you backstabbing little bastard. Come back here. I'll bite your legs off. We'll call it a draw.